What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I'd do a quick video showing some of the modifications that I've made to my Harbor Freight 20-ton shop press. Keep watching. Alright, so the very first mod that I did was add the 20-ton hydraulic bottle press, also from Harbor Freight. This just makes life so much easier than having to stand here, pump this thing up and down, when all you have to do is run an airline, hook up your compressor, and hit a lever. That just makes life so much faster, so much easier. When I replaced the original bottle jack with this hydraulic bottle jack, I also welded this plate to the bottom. Because this hydraulic bottle jack extends further out the back than the original bottle jack, I didn't want there to be any opportunity for this thing to tip or become uncentered from the base. So I just welded this plate on that extends out to the back of the bottle jack, and that just made it more stable. The next modification I did was I replaced the original Arbor Plates with these solid steel Arbor Plates from Swag Off-Road. If you look online, there are all kinds of stories, testimonials of the original Arbor Plates that are just cast iron or some sort of really inferior metal. So there's been stories, testimonials, whatever, of people being hurt from the Arbor Plates actually breaking and shattering. So to avoid any possible injury or possible damage to equipment or anything, I went ahead and replaced the original Arbor Plates with the Swag Off-Road solid steel Arbor Plates. The next modification I did was inspired by Swag Off-Road's press brake that they sell for the 20-ton Harbor Freight shop press. I took what I saw on their website and kind of developed my own. Please don't mind the welds. I know they're pretty bad. I didn't have a welder at the time strong enough to weld this thick steel, so I got spatter everywhere, and I just never bothered to clean it up. It works just fine the way it is. It ain't the prettiest, but it works. All I did was kind of went by what they had on their site and built my own. It was a fun project to practice welding on. And I built this thing probably 6-7 years ago now, and it's still going strong, and I've done plenty of bends with it. But for everything that I'm doing, it's bent just fine. The next modification I did was adding this base to the bottom of the shop press. It's just 2-inch angle iron, 1/8 inch thick, that I welded up to fit around the entire base of the shop press. I also added metal grate material inside. That way I could use the bottom as a shelf to store stuff, such as my press brake. It gets it off the top, gets it down out of the way, and it's also on casters. Two swivel casters here in the front and 2 fixed in the back. This way I can move it around the shop as I need to. But this has been great. It just makes life so much easier when you're working in like a 2-car garage or a small workshop or whatever. Being able to move your equipment around and get it out of the way and pull it out only when you need it and then be able to put it away. This has been a huge help. All right, so the final mod that I've done to my Harbor Freight 20-ton shop press was adding this all-purpose winch, boat winch, whatever you want to call it. Picked this one up at Harbor Freight. What this does is this raises and lowers the bed of the press rather than having to lift one side, move the pin, lift the other side, move the pin or whatever. Especially when I have my press brake on there, my Arbor Plates, the thing can be kind of heavy and awkward to deal with. So all I did was add this all-purpose winch. So on the one side of the press, I added this pulley, and it just means the cable comes out of the winch, hits this pulley, the cable runs down the side, where I just tack welded on this plate to the side of the base here. Drilled a hole through, ran an eyelet, and then ran the cable through it and crimped it on. And then here on the other side, the cable just comes out. There was no need for a pulley or anything. Again, it just runs down to a plate welded on the base here. It's just tack welded on right now. Never bothered to really go back and finish weld it. It's just tack welded on with the eyelet and the cable run through and crimped. Now by having this winch on here, all you got to do raise up the base, Move your pins. And lower your base back down to your new location. Makes moving that base, readjusting for whatever you're working on, so much easier, so much safer. All right, so there you have it. Just a quick look at some of the modifications that I've made to my Harbor Freight 20-ton shop press. Let me know what you think. If you have any other ideas of stuff that you've done to your press, let me know. Make a comment below. Let me know what changes you've done or what modifications you've made to your press, or any suggestions you might have of what else I could do to this thing to make things easier, make things safer, just improve the overall function of using one of these presses. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified when new videos get uploaded. I'll include a list of links down below of everything that I used on this press. Thanks for watching. See y'all later.